Welcome to another video on my Arduino Mega2560 with Arduino Uno via SPI, serial peripheral interface, with electronics, 2 fischertechnik motors and 2 fischertechnik mechanical switches. Well, switches operated by mechanics. Last time I did SPI programming, which hasn't exactly worked out yet, but also I found that there were 2 LEDs, this one and this one, that didn't work. When I powered up this whole circuit, and the only thing I have to do for that is connecting both boards with USB cable connected to the laptop, I noticed that the motors now for some reason keep running. Previously they halted and they only ran when, for example, with this mechanics, this switch was being pressed. Also, both motors run and keep running for some reason. This LED is completely, well, it isn't burning constantly, but with a less frequency than this one. Remains the question, why are they suddenly running all the time? I sure didn't change the program to do this. I wouldn't want to do it. And then a sudden change with 2 LEDs, as I said. Now the point is that this LED is connected through this green wire here. And see what happens now. While I'm talking, this propeller stops. Anyway, this LED is connected through this resistor with this wire here. They are not interconnected. Programming did not change. So why is it acting like this? I have no idea. I will have to check once again both LEDs, see if they respond on the power controller regarding pulse width modulation, and then whatever happens. Now I will try to manually assist this one to start running again, and it does until, well, for whatever reason this doesn't work anymore. But for now, back to SPI. This LED connected here still doesn't work, and here also something doesn't work regarding, well, here you do see an LED blinking from time to time. Now that was the intention, but does the serial monitor of the Uno say the same? Let's have a look at that. If that is the same, many seconds burning and then not, I'm happy. Then it is on to this LED to show off. So time for some coding. So here is Arduino Mega2560. This is Arduino Uno. I already made the interfaces, the TTY ACM0 and 1 accessible. This is Linux, to be exact Fedora Linux, so I can easily do that. No problem. But you remember back when I started with this, I did have a problem. Anyway, what I have to do now is change to the Uno. What I also have to do is change to ACM1 serial monitor. Yeah, and this isn't really what I expected to see, because it says slave off, which is happening here, and then for the rest nothing is happening at all. This also means, by the way, that there is absolutely nothing happening here. So whatever is happening on the board is not actively caused by this one here. Although this says there's a delay of 1 second. And when I look at the board, it's not really going on. So the question is, can I do something here to print on the serial monitor? Let's have a look at that. Oh, here. What I would like to see is that this is being printed, to make sure that there's actually something happening. So serial transfer is alright. That is one thing. Of course, a semicolon because it is C. And then print line because of the carriage return. And then the byte with whatever it sends. So before doing something, I should select here the Mega2560. Yes, and I should select here the Uno, no, also the ACM0. Go. Done uploading. Alright. Now I want to see something. So, serial monitor. Transfer is 1. Hooray. And a delay of 20, which I did. But what is the difference between 1001 and 20? assuming that this is 1 second, then this is of course 20 milliseconds. I'm okay with that, by the way, as long as everything is alright. Then what is happening here? Do I have a slave select with 20 milliseconds or 20 seconds, whatever it is? No, 20 milliseconds, let's keep it to that. I don't think so, by the way. Right. Then it should be obvious that with slave select I should have some pause in it somewhere, somehow. Let's check that out. When studying the code of the Uno, I noticed I made a mistake. Here I'm using MISO. Well, that's from the example. I have used master input slave output. So when I copy this right here, things should be better. And here it has to be replaced as well. Now things are according to my text, and the only delay that is other than this one is here, which is according to the example. So now let's select the Uno and select the port. Oops, that is here. Upload. Yes. And then see whatever happens. And I just noticed an LED going on, but that is for the upload. Now, what is going on here? If anything. And to be honest, this is quite annoying. Because nothing else is happening. It doesn't say slave on. It says here slave. No, let's go down. It still says slave off. So whatever is happening, it's not what I want. Another thing is, am I using the correct ports? Alright, once again, it doesn't say which ports are being used. And that's something remarkable. Because as far as I know, you have to tell them. Here it says MISO 12. Master output slave input, which is MOSI is 11. Yes, MISO master input slave output here is 12. That is correct. Then slave serial clock. Oh, I have slave clock. Well, serial clock, whatever. Is 13. That's fine. I don't mind about the name as long as the pin is correct. slave select, that is slave select, which is 10, that's alright as well. So with all this, should I indeed put them out? I can try, of course, see what then happens. But the big risk is being C, will it then say, alright, it's not declared, I'm not doing anything. Well, the only way to find out is, let me make this serial clock. Well, yeah, it is correct. So serial clock, and then make this serial clock. Anything else? Anywhere else? Not really. Alright, doesn't matter. Am I right? I am right. So let's upload. See? Not declared. Exactly what I expected. This is C, not Python. You have to declare things. Once again, uploading, now it's correct. So whatever this slave demo is doing, it is not according to standards. Which is big pity. So how can I trust it? I'm not sure. Let's look on. With SPI currently not functioning, remember that I updated the software on both twice, or yeah, on that one twice. On this one I updated as well, I think. Yes, I'm sure. And they are not running anymore. Neither motor is running. So when I assist something, they run again. So why do they stop? That's a good question. That's one thing. Another thing is the LEDs. And that's a very interesting question. I tested this one on the power controller and it works well. So what's wrong with this one? I have the analog multimeter right there. So let's check on. Did I see a flash of that LED? Right now I see nothing on the multimeter. And nothing just means absolutely nothing. No voltage. And that's strange. So does that mean that here for this LED here is nothing either? Nope. Absolutely nothing. Does that mean that there is here voltage? Yes, there is. So let me turn the camera a bit so you can see the needle move when I again touch that resistor. It's just a slight movement, but there is voltage, 1.5 volt actually, approximately. Back to the circuit. So now the motor stop, and I move the board just slightly. And do I have to assist them? Yes. And also that one. Nicer view, but for some reason so the big question is, what's going wrong here? Well, the point is, I can always measure the wire. So let me do that. Let me beep it through. So I take the other multimeter, put it on resistance, and now I use the silence of the propellers of the motors to actually measure a wire. So I take this one a little bit up and I measure here, and I hear a clear beep. So this wire is absolutely fine, as I expected, by the way. But it is nice when results meet expectations, which will also mean, by the way, that this wire is correct, but measuring is knowing. So I pull it slightly out, and I have to be careful. Oops. So that is this wire, and now I hear nothing. And it is this wire going here, going here. Now I hear something. Okay, I have to make sure that I measure actually at the wire. So that is alright. Which indicates that every connection is correct. Knowing that I didn't change the program in that perspective, I have no idea what may be wrong. Neither with the motors, neither with this electronics. Something called oops. Strange things keep happening. First of all, I measured these two resistors. They're fine. Next, I reseated the green wire here. As a result, both LEDs turn on for a while and they go off again. So whatever is happening, I am absolutely not sure. What I may do is upload the code again, or make sure that it reboots, but how to do that? Maybe a total reset, I don't know. But for now, let me just re-upload everything, see whatever happens. Now, and after upload, well, you just notice what is happening. The both LEDs start burning and stop burning. Why? I have no idea. Let's focus on the motors again a bit. Let's give this one and this one some assistance. And they keep burning, keep running all through this. Do I have to measure? No use. Wires are checked, LEDs are checked, resistors are checked, everything works. No use to check all the wiring because the LEDs are active. So what more? I have no clue. The only thing I can do right now is momentarily back to SPI, but well, yeah, I can upload again and see whatever happens. So I have to select the Uno again and the connection again, upload again, and then you see the TX and RX lighting up, and that's it. And when I then select serial monitor, it is just exactly the same. So I am once again all riddled. I have no explanation at all. Which means that I have to find out more about this and more about that. Connection wise then. Is this ever going to work? Does the Uno work on the slave? They say it does. I haven't seen it yet. Why is the electronics going wrong? Well, for now the motors run with manual resistance. They ran when I powered up the board today the first time. Why doesn't this mechanism work anymore? The only thing I can guess is some software or whatever. I didn't change anything. Neither does this one, because this mechanics only influences this LED and this LED, and neither work for some weird reason. So for now all I can say is thank you for watching, and if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. If you don't want to, you can also follow me on Twitter and Instagram. If you like my videos, please consider to make a small donation to keep my website and blog running. Please see my website for more info. And this is yeah, most certainly to be continued. So bye bye.